Got two guitars here that probably wouldn't normally be compared with each other, but I got my hands on the new Player 2 Strat, so I thought, why not? Player 2 doesn't need an introduction. There's hundreds of videos on this thing, so I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I will say it's pretty fantastic. Huge step up from the Player 1 and an even bigger step up from the old Mexican standard range. It's fantastic. Can't really fault it. Very classic Fender. They've done a great job. Now, off the bat, you would think, why would you compare these two? Because one is less than half the price of the other, so it just doesn't seem to make sense. But I think the artist holds its own. I think they've done a really good job, and definitely deserves consideration. I don't think there's any other comparisons between the two, so let's have a look. You already know the Fender, everybody knows what it's got. This is a HSS one, so I thought it would be good to put it up against the HSS Artist. I'll start by talking about probably some of the disadvantages to the Artist. Some things you're missing out on. The main one would be options when it comes to color and fretboard. This only comes in 3 different relics, 1 solid color, and then there is the AS72, which comes in a sunburst. Just want to add while I'm editing, artists do have some more colors in an anniversary model that they have coming out soon, but they are more expensive and they're slightly strange, but they look pretty cool. Also, I have another artist guitar coming soon, so if you want to see that unboxing, that should be here within a few days. But whereas the Fender, on the other hand, is crazy. You've got rosewood fretboard, maple fretboard, about 15 different colors, and they even now have options in wood. You can get solid or chambered, and then there's even different body woods between that. So prices vary, but there's options aplenty. Whatever you want, HSS, all single coils, they got it. All right, not even considering price, the artist has some good things going for it. If you're considering the new Player 2, there's some things with the artist that are good, that are worth your consideration. It's lighter, a lot lighter, and that just makes for a more pleasant playing experience. Depending what you like with necks, the artist is definitely a thinner neck. They both boast rolled fretboards, and they're very similar. Both good. Fret ends are fine. Yeah, if you like a thinner neck, if you have smaller hands, maybe you're going to prefer the artist. It has a flatter fretboard radius. I'm assuming the Fender's a 9.5. Where this is a 14 or something, which is crazy flat. If you like the faster playing stuff, this is going to be what you want. Then there's all the goodies. I mean, this has got artist brand, I think, locking tuners, bone nut, stainless steel frets. It's a roasted maple fingerboard, which looks great. What else? They claim to be hand wound pickups, I think. Cavity shielding. It's got a little coil split in the 2nd or 4th position, however you want to count it. 2-point trem. They both have a 2-point trem, which again, I don't know if that means anything to you or not. If you're used to like a classic Fender feel, the Fender is the way to go. It definitely, if you think of a Fender, that's what it plays like. The neck shape is familiar, and if you've had Fenders or Squires in the past and you want to stick with what you know, the Fender is probably going to serve you better. But the artist is definitely different. I've said before, it's kind of like an Ibanez neck to me, but which normally I don't like, but this is my go-to guitar. I pick this up every time I play. One more thing I wanted to say is both guitars are kind of funny. It's almost like they don't know what they are. The artist is all relict body, but nothing else is really relict. It's all modern hardware. It's like it's been hot rodded, and the Fender has probably a vintage color, but all brand new. But it's got vintage tuners and aged plastics. So both guitars are kind of stuck in the middle of being a bit of a throwback, something new. I don't know. I don't know if that means anything. But then obviously the elephant in the room is the price difference. The Fender is 1,300 Australian dollars, roughly street price. The artist at the current time is 600 Australian dollars. Neither of them come with a gig bag either. So remember that. You're going to have to buy a gig bag if you want one. Another downfall to artists that most people are probably going to have is you don't know what to expect because you're buying it from an online store. You know, they're made in China, so everybody panics. But artists do have, I'm not sponsored, but artists do have 100-day free returns in Australia, possibly New Zealand too. Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, which that for me um, really tipped it over the edge for me to buy my first one, because I thought, well, why not? They understand that they're not in shops, so they're giving you a chance to try it. If you don't like it, you can send it back. Then you can get some bargains on their return page of their website, which I'm looking at all the time. Out of the box, you don't know what to expect. So hopefully I can do some more out of the box reviews coming up soon. I've got one on this already. So if you haven't seen it, have a look. But yeah, definitely worth your consideration. Good guitar. The Fender, you can't go wrong with either of them. If you're a brand snob, you're going to go for the Fender. If you want to save a buck, you're going to go for the artist, I imagine. But yeah, if you want to know anything else, got any other questions, let me know. If you want to do a follow-up or whatever. I've been playing both these guitars a fair bit lately. They're pretty good. I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. The Fender's not mine, so that will be going home to somebody else soon. But yeah, I'm going to keep buying artist guitars, keep trying them, and let you know how they go. Alright, thank you.